Alright. It is Monday, December 28th, 2020 at 4:09 p.m. Alright, let's take a look at these headlines today. We have Salt Lake firefighters rescue a hiker who fell 100 plus feet. Salt Lake City officials from the Salt Lake City Fire Department say their heavy rescue team retrieved the 29-year-old man who fell more than 100 feet while hiking on Sunday morning. In a tweet, the department said the man landed on a cliff edge and sustained injuries to his leg and pelvis. It says here, Salt Lake Fire Department this morning, SLC Fire Heavy Rescue Team rescued a 29-year-old male hiking in the area that fell more than 100 feet, landing on the cliff ledge. He sustained injuries to his pelvis and leg. After losing his phone, he was stuck on the mountain for over 5 hours before 911 was called. It says the man lost his phone on the fall. Officers wrote he was stuck for more than 5 hours before someone called 911. The department posted videos of crews lowering the man down the cliffside. Officials did not immediately specify where the rescue took place. So I'll leave the link to this article if you feel like looking more into this story. But that's a big fall. Thank goodness he's at least alive. Alright. Next, Trump-Biden transition live updates. House to vote on $2,000 stimulus checks. Trump is pushing for Republicans to support the increased payments. President Trump is slated to hand over control of the White House to President-elect Joe Biden in 23 days. It says in this first meeting of Interior. Okay, I guess this is another story article. They just put the headline. But pretty much, the House is supposed to vote on the $2,000 stimulus checks today. Let's see how that pans out. Alright, next. Lori Loughlin released from prison after serving 2-month sentence in college bribery scheme. Lori Loughlin from Full House has been released from prison after serving her 2-month sentence after the college admissions bribery scandal, Scott Taylor, spokesman for Federal Bureau of Prisons, told USA Today. In August, Loughlin was sentenced to 2 months, and her fashion designer husband, Massimo Giannulli, got 5 months for paying $500,000 in bribes to get the 2 daughters, Olivia J. Giannulli and Isabella Giannulli, to be accepted into the University of Southern California as true recruits, even though neither played the sport. The couple asserted their innocence from the time they were arrested in March in 2019. For more than a year, their attorneys mounted a vigorous defense, seeking dismissal of the case, arguing Loughlin and Giannulli believed they were making legitimate donations to USC, not bribing college officials. So, she is out of prison after a 2-month sentence. I wouldn't advise people to do this to try to get your kids in the wrong way. Try to follow the law, because the price is kind of heavy. Alright, next, essential workers to be removed from Utah vaccine plan as focus turns to age and risk. It says Salt Lake City, the Utah Department of Health has announced its second phase of the COVID-19 vaccine, which includes people over the age of 75 being offered inoculations beginning in mid-February. But essential workers will now be removed from the plan, which now focuses on age and risk, Fox 13 has confirmed. So pretty much, essential workers are not right now in the plan in Utah. They're concentrating on the elderly and essential, and people who work at the hospitals. Alright, next. Beijing cancels New Year's Eve events amid reports of local coronavirus cases. It says Beijing is canceling several festivities planned to ring in the new year after the city reported new local coronavirus cases over the weekend. 2 locally transmitted COVID-19 cases were reported in Beijing's Shunyi district on Friday, and officials began a mass testing campaign, collecting 838,270 samples as of Sunday afternoon to test. So far, 5 people were identified as close contacts to the initial 2 cases have tested positive for the virus, according to Beijing Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Alright, so they're pretty much canceling the New Year's Eve celebration amid these reports of new cases. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more news. I'm going to try and see if I can make a video in review of this year. I'll probably take some time out and look at some stories that I covered over the year and see what stands out as most interesting or fun to make a video on. Alright, guys, see you next time. God bless. Hit like and subscribe,